Ooh, here's a name I can say from the Eradicator.
Hello and welcome to this channel, everybody. This is the Eradicator, and in today's video we are going to answer some questions from someone who has not joined Star Citizen yet, who has not backed Star Citizen but is interested. So it's going to be really interesting to answer his questions live. It actually came to me in the stream and asked me a couple of questions on regarding immersion or the stability or the content that's in Star Citizen, and I tried to answer him the best I could. So if you are new to Star Citizen, if you know people who are interested in Star Citizen, I thought that this might have been some content that you could find interesting. So that's why I'm going to show you this footage from the live stream. But before that, guys, let's talk about the giveaway, because this month I have some really cool giveaways for you guys that I'm going to give away during CitizenCon. I am going to give away about $200 of items. First, I'm going to give away to all the subscribers of this YouTube channel an Aurora Legionnaire. That is actually a Star Citizen game package with Star Citizen and Squadron 42. It has also lifetime insurance back from 2013. All you need to do to get some winning is to subscribe to this channel and to comment to any videos posted this month until CitizenCon. The winner, again, will be announced during CitizenCon. Also, thanks to the Matador, I am able to give you a Loot and Scoop game package. This one is for the Patreons. If you want to support this channel a little bit further, you want to go the extra mile, there's the Patreon page down here that really helps me a lot. Pledges start at $1 a month, and it can give you this month access to maybe this cool Loot and Scoop package that includes a Drake Cutlass and a Drake Dragonfly as well. So all you need to do is to be a Patreon. Link in the description down below. Every month, Patreons get lots of different perks, including a dedicated giveaway now. So it might be worth the while. You never know, right? Anyway, guys, let's move to the Twitch stream from a little bit earlier, and let's see what happened, and let's see the questions that were asked and answered, and hopefully this is going to be quite useful. You know, you never know. That boy Hoochie, is this game worth the money right now? Is there a good amount of content? That boy Hoochie, I love this question because everybody will have a different answer. Who is that crazy? Say, okay, I'm at work as well. Oh, you guys are at work. I understand. It's okay. You don't need to be sorry. That boy Hoochie, you need to ask the right questions. What are you looking for, that boy Hoochie? Because that's also what a lot of people. That's also what a lot of people don't really understand with Star Citizen, is that it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So what are you looking for? If you are looking for an immersive experience that is going to take you to a whole different world and that is going to be as believable as possible, then yeah, the game is worth. Is there a lot of content? It depends. There is a lot of content if you play with other people. If you interact with other people, then yeah, there's gonna be a lot of content. If you prefer to be solo, like I do, I prefer to be solo, but I also interact with other people sometimes. There is also some content, but if you don't know what to do, then it can get a little bit boring. So you should not be afraid to explore the game. You should not be afraid to try new things, and then the game is worth the money. But it's not that expensive. It's 45. What's the cheapest package? $45. For $45, I heavily suggest that you join an org and play with other people, because then it's really fun. Because otherwise you have the starter ships. Well, you can do delivery missions. You can do courier missions, a little bit of cargo, depending on the one you have. Combat, it's gonna be a little bit tough. So it really depends on $45. Thank you, Ivan. So that boy Hoochie, it really depends on what you are looking for. Oh, we can see Ariel here. That's wonderful. That's where we'll be going. As far as I'm concerned, that Bohuchi, I like to trade. I like to do space trucking from one place to another. And there's one thing that I never get tired of. That Bohuchi, look at that. This is what I am never growing tired of. The scale of things. Look at this planet here, those colors, the atmosphere, living that city here. I would highly recommend splashing for the adventure. Oh yes, yes, the Adventure Titan. Great value for the money, in my opinion. I like it very much. Akasha says it is for me. I always suggest to get the game at the moment, as there's everything a bit to do, but mostly you get experience on what you can do later when the game is fully released. Yes, Crazy Ivan, I absolutely agree with you. I am at the same page as you, because the thing is that Boy Huchi, the game is difficult to learn. The game is not easy to learn. You are going to spend a lot of time learning the mechanics. You're going to spend a lot of time learning which key does what. You're going to learn a lot of time about atmospherical approach, making sure you go at the right speed, not crashing your ship or everything. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. I make mistakes too sometimes. It still happens to me. So yeah, the sooner, right now there is no persistence. So that means that every time there is a new patch, then the data is wiped and you lose all your progress. So what most people are saying right now is that the time that we spend playing the game now is experience for the future. Everything that we are doing now will count in terms of experience, in terms of not wasting your time when there will be persistence. So I hope that I'm answering the question here as well. That boy Muchi says, immersion is the thing that grabbed my attention around 3 years ago. I have been checking on this game every couple of months or so. The game is breathtaking. I'm definitely okay learning. Confusion. You played Arma. Oh, Arma. Yeah. Arma 3 is easy compared to this. That's true. So yeah, like for example, that boy Huchi, try to what I did a couple of videos a couple of days ago about eradicating the competition. For example, the other day, that was 4 days ago or 5 days ago, I hired the worst criminal player organization in the game. And I hired them to completely destroy the competition. I tell them, hey, I'm paying you guys, just kill everybody except for me, who tries to land at this place. And that's exactly what they were doing. And there was a huge battle eventually. It ended about 20 ships against 20 ships. So it was like a 40-ship battle above Ariel, which is where we're going, by the way. Because the traders organized themselves to defend the outpost because they wanted to trade, and the criminal organization that I hired, basically they were doing their job, right? Right? And that was absolutely fantastic. And see, that's what I'm talking about. It's not just the content that is brought to you by CIH, by the devs. It's also content that you can create yourself with your imagination. There's a lot of that in Star Citizen. That's what a lot of people don't like it, because not everybody has imagination. So it's up to what you can do with the tools that are provided to you by the devs. Well, of course, after you hear contact or enemy spotted notification, I've done it always this way, and never has mission bugged on me. I've heard that there's going to be some big news at CitizenCon. Any speculation on the exciting things coming? Oh, that boy Huchi. Lots of speculation, my friend. Probably. And I'm standing in that camp. I believe that I'm not the only one who oh, thank you. So that boy Uchi, maybe you probably, I don't know if you know me or not, but I'm an original backer of Star Citizen. I've been here since the beginning of the project, October. Well, I backed in November 2012 because I didn't have the money in October 2012. But I've been a backer since 2012. I watched the live stream, the original reveal. From Chris Roberts in 20. I've watched. I've really been here since the beginning. So I read everything that CIG is providing to us. Every email, every article, all the lore. The special stories about whatever. I read all of that shit. So I try to retranscribe that in the content of this channel and the YouTube channel as well. Every time there's an opportunity, as well. To answer your question, that boy Huchi, are there any speculation? Oh yeah, well, right now we only have one star system. I'm going to show you here, right here. This is the star. We are in the Stanton system, based after the sun here, which is called Stanton. We only have 3 planets. We have Crusader, Hurston, and Arcorp. Delamar is not supposed to be here. Delamar is supposed to be in the Nyx system, but it's here as a placeholder, because soon. By the end of the year, we're going to have another planet which is going to be around here, which is going to be Microtech, which is a frozen world. And so they are going to show that a lot, but that's not all. What people speculate about is that they are going to reveal jump point mechanics, and they are going to reveal jumping to another system. So probably going to be it was aerial. It's going to be the Nick system, because the reason why they started with the Stanton system, and the Stanton system is took a long time to build. We started having the Stanton system back in 2017, if I'm correct, with the moons of Planet Crusader and Alpha 3.0, and it took a long time for them to complete it takes a long time for them to complete the Stanton system, because they are creating asset database. They are creating asset libraries that they are going to use and recycle later for future star systems. So this is probably going to be the system that is going to take the longest time to create, because they are going to use all those assets later when they are going to create more systems. But there are going to be some systems that are going to be quite easy to create, such as, for example, Pyro, which is rumored to appear during CitizenCon. Pyro only has moons like the ones that we're seeing here. So the only thing that's going to be difficult to create for Pyro is going to be a pirate station, which is called Rune Station. That's the only thing that will take time. But everything else, all the planets are going to be similar to what you are seeing here. So it's already there. It's already in the game. They just need to reskin a little bit. So not really that complicated. Nyx is pretty much the same. Nyx is another of those systems that is expected to come very soon, sooner or later, simply because, again, we already have Delamar, which is the hero zone of Nyx, and everything else in Nyx is going to be looking like what you are seeing here. So that's why probably we think that new systems are going to be revealed at CitizenCon. Are they going to be complicated systems? No, they're not going to be like system. We're not going to have Terra, for example. We're not going to have Croshaw. We're not going to have Goss. But it is going to give more opportunities for players to explore, more opportunities for players to travel, more opportunities for criminals to have a safe haven as well. Yeah. The other thing that we hope to see during CitizenCon is something called server-side object container streaming. And server-side object container streaming is a new technology. I made a video a couple of days ago about it. Server-side object container streaming. What am I doing here? Server-side object container streaming is expected to significantly improve performance, and it is going to allow for more content to be put in the server, because right now we are at a bottleneck. Right now there's nothing more than servers can handle without having severe consequences. So that's why we are waiting for server-side object container streaming. Once it's there, then they are going to be able to add a ton more content into the verse. They've been holding their horses as far as content is concerned, because right now the servers can't afford to have any more significant content inside. But as soon as server-side object container streaming is in, then they will be able to put all of this content that they've been preparing in secret, in the studio, but that they have not been able to release. Also, reason why I got bigger ships is they come with jump drives. Smaller ships like the Avenger, you have to buy and equip and hitch ride on the carrier ship. Oh, okay. Really? The Titan cannot go to another planet? I didn't know that. To another system? I didn't know that. The only thing that's holding me back from buying the game is the optimization. I totally understand that it's probably the least of their concerns. No. That boy Huchi, have you tried the free flight event? There was a free flying event. Have you tried playing the game during a free flying event, and how did it go during the free flying event? What are your specs? Yeah, you need to have an SSD. That's right. The game will run without problems on weaker PC. Just install it with an SSD. Yeah, all you need is 16 gigs of RAM. You need 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you need an SSD. And yeah, graphical card is a must, of course. If you have a, I mean, I used to be able to run the game with a 960 GTX 960M, and I was working the game okay in medium settings. I have an SSD 2070 Super. Oh, you'll be fine. That boy Huchi, yeah. That boy Huchi, you are run. I have the same specs as you do. With what you have, you are going to run the game in very high. I run the game in very high, and I have exactly what you have. So yeah, what do we have here? Ademi Ozdi has followed. All right, thank you so much for the follow. Highly appreciate. Welcome to the club, my friend. And that's all we'll be answering here to those questions. A very interesting questions, I have to say. Big thanks to this young gentleman here for passing by. And apparently, it turned out that actually he did buy the game. He did tell me a couple of hours later throughout the stream. It was a pretty long stream, but he came back later and said, "Hey, you know what? You convinced me. I bought a game package." So that was actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's all for this video. But actually, that's not really all, because you know what? I've actually got a Patreon question. So it's now time to answer a question from all of the eradicators who follow this channel on the crowdfunding website Patreon. And the Grays is asking, will we be able to launder stolen cargo? Oh my goodness, absolutely. Yes, this is the plan, especially when all cargo will be physicalized. You know, when cargo are going to be able to manually pick up cargo and transfer cargo from one ship to another. Absolutely, we'll be able to launder stolen cargo. But that's not all. We should be able to sell right now. When you steal a ship, you should be able to sell the stolen cargo of the stolen ship at some of the different locations in the verse, like for example the orphanage or Brio's junkyard. You know, some of those junkyards that are scattered around the verse, you should normally be able to sell stolen cargo from stolen ships over there. So I hope that this answered your question, the Grays. And if you want to have your question answered in the show like the Grays is, don't forget that you can check out our Patreon page. Link is in the description down below. Patreons get access to lots of different cool perks, like my Discord, for example. You can also get access to private to exclusive giveaways. So it might be interesting to have a look. It is also really helping the channel a lot. And that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next vid. This is the Eradicator. I am signing out.